why, in a world constantly humming with stimuli, does something as simple as sitting still and focusing inward have such a profound effect on our sense of peace? The answer lies not in mysticism, but in science. Layered, complex, fascinating science. So, let's take a trip through the brain and body to uncover what actually happens when we meditate and why it feels so powerfully calming. The brain is a vast living network composed of roughly 86 billion neurons, each connected through synapses that fire in rhythmic patterns. These patterns form the basis of our thoughts, emotions, perceptions, and behaviors. When we're stressed or anxious, the brain is dominated by activity in a region known as the amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure deep in the temporal lobe. The amygdala is the seat of our fear response. It evolved to keep us safe from predators and other threats, triggering a cascade of hormonal and neural reactions known as the fight or flight response. While this is helpful in acute danger, modern stressors like work deadlines, relationship issues, or just information overload often keep the amygdala in a state of hyperactivity, pumping the body full of cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, chronic activation of the system damages physical health and impairs emotional resilience. Now, enter meditation. The moment one begins a meditative practice, whether that's mindfulness, loving kindness, breath awareness, or transcendental meditation, the brain begins to shift. Functional MRI scans and EEG studies have revealed that meditation decreases activity in the amygdala, even in people who are relatively new to the practice. But more interestingly, long-term meditators show a structural reduction in the size of the amygdala, suggesting that the brain actually reorganizes itself in response to consistent mental training. This neuroplasticity, the brain's capacity to change based on experience, is one of the core mechanisms through which meditation induces relaxation. As amygdala activity diminishes, the prefrontal cortex becomes more engaged. This is the area just behind your forehead. It's responsible for higher order functions like attention, planning, decision making, and self-awareness. When we meditate, we essentially train the prefrontal cortex to take the reins back from the reactive limbic system. This increases our ability to respond rather than react to stressors. Focused attention meditation, in particular, boosts connectivity between the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex and the anterior cingulate cortex, enhancing cognitive control and emotional regulation. This allows for a more measured, rational approach to challenges, one that's less colored by anxiety and more grounded in clarity. The default mode network, or DMN, is another crucial player in this conversation. The DMN is active when our minds are wandering, thinking about the past, worrying about the future, ruminating on ourselves. In excessive amounts, DMN activity is correlated with depression, anxiety, and self-referential thinking. short sessions of mindfulness can interrupt DMN activity and bring attention back to the present moment, where stress tends to dissolve in the light of awareness. But the brain isn't acting in isolation. The relaxation response of meditation is deeply embodied. When we meditate, the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest counterpart to the fight or flight system, is activated. This shift reduces heart rate, slows respiration, and lowers blood pressure, and dilates blood vessels. Deep diaphragmatic breathing, often a focus in meditation, stimulates the vagus nerve, a major component of the parasympathetic nervous system. Activation of the vagus nerve sends calming signals to the brain, which in turn sends more calming signals to the body, creating a positive feedback loop of relaxation. Studies have shown that people who meditate regularly have a higher vagal tone, which is associated with greater resilience to stress and improved emotional regulation. At the hormonal level, meditation decreases cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Elevated cortisol over time contributes to anxiety, insomnia, high blood pressure, even weight gain. By reducing cortisol, meditation not only improves mental clarity, but also benefits physical health. Simultaneously, levels of serotonin and dopamine, the brain's feel-good neurotransmitters, increase during and after meditation. These chemicals are responsible for the sense of contentment and pleasure often reported by meditators. In fact, some types of meditation, like loving kindness meditation, also boost oxytocin, the hormone linked to bonding and trust, further enhancing feelings of warmth, connection, and inner peace. And there's more. Brainwave studies show that meditation increases alpha and theta brainwave activity. These are patterns associated with relaxation, creativity, and reduced anxiety. In deep states of meditation, even delta waves, typically present in deep sleep, can become more prominent. This suggests that the meditative state can replicate many of the restorative qualities of sleep while still maintaining awareness. It's like pressing a reset button on the nervous system, allowing the brain to settle into a rhythm that's both alert and serene. On a cellular level, there's evidence that meditation may even influence gene expression. Research from institutions like Harvard and UCLA has shown that meditation can downregulate genes associated with inflammation and stress, while upregulating those involved in immune function and energy metabolism. This influence means that meditation is not just changing how we feel, it's potentially altering our biology in meaningful ways, enhancing long-term health and resistance to disease. All of these changes, structural, functional, hormonal, electrical, even genetic, converge to create the experience we simply call relaxation. But what's remarkable is that this state is not merely a fleeting moment of calm. Over time, meditation rewires our baseline. It increases gray matter density in regions related to emotional regulation and memory, and strengthens the hippocampus, another limbic structure involved in learning and resilience. It builds attentional capacity and stress tolerance, making because it orchestrates a symphony of biological and neurological processes that move us away from reactivity and toward receptivity, away from chaos and toward coherence. It quiets the mind not by force, but by understanding. It slows the body not through sedation, but through harmony. It doesn't shut the world out. It allows us to meet it with clarity, with softness, and with strength. In a culture that glorifies speed, multitasking, and external achievement, meditation invites us to slow down, do one thing at a time, and go inward. And the science confirms what practitioners have known for thousands of years, that stillness isn't empty. It's full of renewal, rebalancing, and reawakening. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow and help others find it. Until next time.